Summary of Made in America, written by Sam Walton. Introduction. Do you want to be extraordinary? Are you ambitious enough to follow your dreams? If yes, then you must be wondering where and how to start. Well, this book has brought the Walmart success story for you. In this book, you will learn all the secrets about running a business. You will also learn about how to expand your business and how to maintain it. This book has the key principles of successful companies in the United States. These principles include having value for hard work and money, never giving up when you fail, and thinking outside the box. This book is different because it is a narration of real-life events that took Sam Walton, the owner of Walmart, from being poor to being the richest man in the world. This tale is fun, and you will learn a lot from it. If you are planning to start a new business, and if you are planning to make a big name for yourself, this book can provide you with all the knowledge you need. So enjoy the story, and don't forget to take notes. Learning to value a dollar. Do you think dollar has a great value in making or breaking your success? Your answer reflects your upbringing as a child. If you have lived in a family that struggled to make money for a living, then you would have value for every penny. Working hard to gain the smallest amount of money is not a bad thing. On the contrary, it teaches a person responsibility and value. If you spend all your day trying to achieve something, once you have it, it will be worth much more. Sam Walton knew the importance of a dollar from a very young age. He was a farm boy who grew up in a hard-working environment. His family was conservative and they knew how to handle money. His father worked all sorts of jobs. He loved to trade and he was a very good negotiator. Even his mother was a hard-working woman. Once she decided that she would start a milk business. So Sam would milk the cow and his mother would bottle them. Once the milk was ready, Sam would deliver it to their customers. It's true they had only a few customers, but this small business taught Sam a lesson that he will never forget. He learned the importance of a dollar and how hard it was to get his hands on some money. Although he woke up one day to find himself the richest man in the world, he still lived the Sam way he used to. He drives an old truck and goes to the barber shop by the corner. People expect him to be living the rich life, but he considers that lifestyle a waste of time and energy. Sam believes in the value of money. He does not love money, as most of his friends say, but he is more interested in being at the top. His approach and responsibility towards his riches will always keep him at the top. Success does not always mean being a celebrity and getting invited to big events. If you want to truly be number one and stay number one, then you have to start valuing your dollars more. Starting on a dime, people who are responsible and have a good perspective towards life can achieve anything, especially if they are ambitious. No one and nothing can stop an ambitious man from achieving anything he sets his mind into. The hunger for success is the drive that separates the most successful people from the rest of the world. This hunger will push yourself to do the best. You may start at the bottom. You may even start by doing things that you don't like or working jobs that you don't enjoy. You need to be patient and look at every challenge as an opportunity. Say yes and experiment. Don't ever be scared to start. You don't have to be rich to start a new business. You just need to be smart and study your options carefully. Even if you fail at some point, pull yourself together and start again. How do you think Sam has managed to achieve the success he has? He was not born with gold in his pocket. He was poor and started from the bottom. What made him different is his unstoppable ambition and desire to be the best he could be. As Sam's brother says, he takes his ambition from his mother who taught him the value of hard work and honest earnings. At a very young age, taught him another good lesson. She taught Sam that no matter who you are, always try to do your best. Sam loved to experiment. In his young life, He joined every club in school and played every sport he could. He was always good at whatever he chose to do. He even became the president of his school council. Even though he was busy living his life to the fullest, Sam still had time to work and make money. He never relied on his family to help him. Even in college, he paid for everything by himself. Sam decided to join the retailing business by working at J.C. Penney. He loved his job, and he met a manager that motivated him to keep following this path. That's where Sam started his journey with the retailing business. One day, he found an opportunity where a store owner went bankrupt. He tried to sell everything he owned. Sam took up the challenge and made the store his own. The store was not doing that well at the hands of the previous owner, but Sam was determined to make it the best store in the area. He studied and worked by the book at the beginning. Then he started experimenting on his own. Sam learned from watching his competitor's store a lot. But after 2 years, he became more successful than him. Because Sam was so careful, he heard that his competitor was planning on expanding. He wanted to buy a second store. Sam tracked the owner of that store, and he bought it first. He became the owner of 2 stores. He was making a lot of profit, but his success started to bother some people. Sam had a big problem. After 5 years, the lease on his stores expired. The landlord refused to renew the lease agreement. Sam worked so hard to make the stores profitable, but now he would lose them. He had no choice. There are some people who wanted his success to be their own. Sam tried and tried, but there was no other solution. So he gave up the stores and he left the town. Although he failed, he was not discouraged, and his ambition was not any less. He was now more determined to start over and start right this time. He now knew that the world is a difficult place. He knew that he must be smarter and stronger. He must not make the same mistake again. Bouncing back, if you are a brave soul and you love to always experiment with new things and new ideas, then surely you have had times when you failed. Maybe sometimes you failed pretty hard and you felt like you were about to lose everything. In this case, people usually have 2 options. They either give up and stop following big dreams, or clean the dust off their shoulders and start a new lifestyle with a new mindset that is stronger than before. Sam went with the second option. He was strong and excited to start a new life with new opportunities. He wants to experiment and learn. Sam was never scared of trying something new because he was so confident in his abilities. As we discussed in the previous chapter, Sam and his family was kicked out of the town they were living in. So they had to find a new place to settle down. The choice was difficult, and they set their mind on a very small town called Bentonville. This town was very small, and it already had 3 stores. The challenge of building a successful store was very high. Sam thought of this carefully, and he welcomed the competition. He was determined to build the best store that will win over the 3 stores that already existed in the town. To stand out, Sam started looking for a new concept for his store. He knew that if he opened a regular store, he would not succeed. So he went on searching for a special solution. He remembered that he once read about stores that are providing a self-service, so he decided to try it too. Because of the new concept, the store became a big success. It got a lot of attention. Because self-service was a very new and rare concept, the store was set for success. They were already ahead of the completion. Sam was not satisfied, and he wanted to experiment more. He was never scared of being wrong or failing, so he started expanding in different stores all over the state. But life hit again, and they lost a lot of money. One day, Sam received a call telling him the news. A tornado hit one of his most successful stores and broke it to the ground. He lost a lot, but he was not discouraged. Instead of panicking, he just rebuilt it. Traveling was also getting to him. He wanted to have less time on the road and more time in his stores, so he decided to try something new. He bought an airplane. The idea seemed crazy at the time, but he did it. By now you may be thinking that Sam was living the rich life, but he never spent the money he was making. Every dollar he made was saved to build a new store with a new idea. The competition was high. Everyone was learning the retailing secrets, but Sam never stopped. He always came back stronger than before. One day, he realized that discounting was the future of retailing, so he opened the first Walmart. The idea seemed risky for all his partners, and they were scared to back him up. So he put in 95% of what he owned. He risked it all for this new idea because he believed that this was it for him. This is what he is meant to do with his life. The first Walmart wasn't that successful. So Sam decided to open larger stores in bigger towns and smaller stores in tiny towns. Business was good, and Walmart was starting to gain success. If Sam wasn't a courageous man, he would have given up when he failed. He failed a lot, and he was hit by difficult situations, but he got back up again, stronger than before. Swimming upstream. If you are planning to enter the business world, you need to be aware of your competition, especially in the times we live in. You will find competition in every area you want to try. So how do we get ahead of our competitors? The answer is simple. We just need to experiment, be honest, and never go along with the flow. Following others' footsteps may be the safest path, but it is not always that successful. If extraordinary success is your target, then you need to think outside the box. Sam always believed in education, not the type you find in schools, but the one you get from real life. He has always been ambitious to try new strategies, to follow new paths. He never wanted to be like everyone else. He was convinced that what he was doing was special. The confidence led him to go all in. He supported his new idea, even though discounting seemed a crazy way to go for everyone around him. Because the concept was new, Sam and his team had no idea how to run it. They had no system for anything. Even bookkeeping was done the old-fashioned way. Sam knew he wasn't good at what he was doing, but he never stopped. Instead, he tried to replace his shortcomings with other qualities, such as focusing on customer satisfaction, always trying something new and learning from his competition. Anyone who wanted to work at Walmart knew back then that it was the place for innovation. The freedom to try and experiment has always been their strongest suit, and it made them very successful. Raising a family. Sometimes success can come with costs. It's rare to find that a very successful man living a balanced life. Once they focus on business, they forget everything else, even their family and friends. But success is always more enjoyable when shared with other people. Family is important, and having a family that will back you up is the greatest gift in life, because success is sometimes a very lonely road. As Sam started his career as a retailer, he got married to Helen. They had 4 kids. The couple was raised in a small town, so they wanted to live in a small town as well. They wanted their kids to grow up with the same set of values as they did. They also aimed to always keep the family together. Sam had a difficult childhood where his parents were always fighting, so he was determined that his children deserves better. He tried to provide a warm home for them. Sam also tried to involve them in the retailing business. He had 2 reasons. First, he wanted them to learn the values of work and making money. Second, because he was always working in the stores, he wanted the kids to be close to him. He didn't want them to feel his absence, so he brought them along. Rob became the company's lawyer. Jim runs his father's companies and owns a local newspaper. Alice has her own investment company. John is his father's pilot. Sam never pushed them to be who they are. Each had to follow his own path. They learned from their father's ambition and success. They were inspired, and they were raised to be great. Success doesn't mean that one should neglect his family. Sam was the most passionate about his work, yet he still managed to be there for his wife and children. Recruiting the team. No successful business can be run without a good team. And if you want your business to go to unique lengths, then you need to find unique people to work for you. Some people may believe that they can do it on their own, but success is difficult. There will always be someone who has a different opinion that might be better than yours. You can learn a lot from a good team, and they may be able to help unload some of the burden. As Sam's business grew bigger and bigger, a lot of other retail stores were closing down. Sam watched them carefully, and he tried to learn from their mistakes. He noticed that these stores aimed for quick success. They neglected their staff and the customers. Sam believes that if you don't take care of your staff, they won't do a good job at pleasing the customers. And if the customers are not pleased, then the business will fall down. He was also starting to feel like his team wasn't enough. He knew he was good, and his team was also good at what they did. What he needed were managers that will be smart, operators with a passion for retail. Sam was always looking ahead. He wanted to build an empire. The only problem was that he knew nothing about organization or building a system. He needed someone who would do the tech stuff for him. So he went to school, not to study, but to recruit a smart fellow that could help him. He found a fellow who took care of the company organization and distribution. The computer system was introduced, which made everything easier. Although Sam was against technology at first, once he tried it, he became more convinced of their success. Walmart is now unstoppable. Taking the company public. When building a huge empire such as Walmart, debt is inevitable. If you keep expanding your business, you will find yourself borrowing from this person and the other. You will also borrow a lot of money from the bank. If your debt starts to accumulate, you will be faced with one choice only: to go public. By going public, we mean that you will put some of your stocks in the market for the public to buy. You may not lose much, but in the long run, you may be losing millions of dollars. Sam was faced with this problem. He was expanding to new lands every year, and his debt started to accumulate. The profit he was making was not enough to cover the debt, and the creditors started to knock on his door. He was faced with a difficult situation. He wanted to go public, but he hesitated. The company had always been his and his family only. Sharing it with the public seemed a huge risk, but he had no choice. He tried borrowing more money, but no one was ready to help. So Sam gave up to the idea and decided to share 20% of their stocks with the public. In the long run, these people have millions of dollars off of Walmart. The benefits of taking the company public are first, the good promotion, and second, paying off the debt. Sam was now happy, and he could sleep at night because his business was now safe. But Helen was not happy. Going public caused a lot of attention that disturbed their peaceful life. Usually when a company shares some of its stock in the market, a meeting would be held once a month or once a year. The stockholders must be aware of how well the company is doing. Because Sam and his team were different, they decided to make it into a big event. This event would be held in a ballroom, and it would be an official gathering held in big cities. This out-of-the-box thinking showed how serious Sam and his team were about their business and how they were in it to win it. They were not playing around. Walmart knew how to take care of their customers, staff, and even their stockholders and investors. Their reputation took over, and they became a power that no one could ignore. Rolling out the formula. Every business needs a strategy. If you want your business to be successful for a long time, you need to build a very strong system that will help you achieve great results. You can't rely on regular programs. You need to be creative and always stay ahead of the game. You also have to build a formula that works best for you and your business. You may be tempted by the success of another organization, and you may want to try what they are doing. But every business is different. You need to find something that is strong and that is your own. As we have established, Sam is a unique fellow. He always thinks ahead, and he is always moving. He acts on intuition and experience. You may think that a man as successful as he is has a scheduled calendar, but he never was known for being organized. Sam just acts, and that works for him. After Walmart went public, they cleared all their debt. Sam wanted to try a new idea that will change his life forever. He wanted to build stores in small towns that no one noticed. He believed that building a store there and waiting for development is a great strategy. And he was right. Unlike big cities, the word in small towns spread like fire. And soon enough, Walmart stores were the most powerful competitors in the state. If Sam wasn't different and he didn't have a different strategy, his success may not have been possible. Conclusion: success is a very glorious and magical word. We are all tempted to go after it, but only those who are truly committed to their goals can reach true success. This book is a story of strength and dedication. No has ever been more committed to an idea like Sam was, to discounting and retail. They are his passion, and he never stopped believing that he could make something out of it. In this book, you have learned the importance of setting your mind onto something and having the confidence to do whatever it takes to achieve it. You have also learned useful principles such as the importance of a family, thinking out of the box, and never giving up. Because this book had a unique style, it was both fun and helpful. So just roll with your dream and learn from Sam to work hard and be always 2 steps ahead.